Hello, my name is Diana Hecker, and I will be talking about the protein DNAJA1. The functions of DNAJA1 is that it's a co-chaperone for heat shock protein 70, also known as DNAK, and you can see the structure over here. DNAK assists in the process of using ADP to bind and release cells. It also assists with folding and transport of proteins. And because DNAK assists with this, that also means in turn that DNAJA1 assists with this. DNAJA1 also prevents aggregation of unfolded polypeptide chains and imports proteins into the mitochondria. Here is the structure of DNAJA1. As you can see, it has a lot of alpha helices, and it also has something called J domains. There are two of them. One is a lot smaller than the other, and they mediate between the heat shock protein and the co-chaperone. There are some disorders associated with DNAJA1, and they are all in the cancer family. There's pancreatic cancer, which has a very high mortality rate, and head and neck squamous cell carcinoma, better known as HNSCC, and that is where the tissues in your throat are typically cancerous, and that is more looked at as throat cancer in a common way. Triple negative breast cancer is a form of breast cancer that is not positive for the three things that we know cause breast cancer, but instead it's being caused by something that we don't know. And glioblastomas are a form of brain cancer that is very aggressive, and it's only accounted for in 15% of the cancers. The role of DNAJA1 in the disorders, specifically in pancreatic cancer, it suppresses the stress response of c-Jun, which is an oncogenic transcription factor, which reduces the cancer cells. And it also imports proteins into the mitochondria, which disturbs the atypical cell death, which means that apoptosis goes about as normal. This is amazing because it can contribute to DNAJA1 as being used for a treatment for pancreatic cancer, which doesn't really have that many treatments. In triple negative breast cancer, it protects the cell from reactive oxygen species induced cytotoxic stress from chemotherapies. And this is really important because triple negative breast cancer doesn't have an exact target. So when you target triple negative, you have to use cytotoxic stress. So more negatively, DNAJA1 promotes metastasis in HNSCC through interacting with mutant P53. This means that it promotes the distribution of cancer cells, and it also contributes to the resistance of glioblastomas to treatment. Here are my sources, and thank you so much for your time.